ගොඩක් මහන්සුණා ගොඩක් තීරණාත්මක තරඟයක අපි පරදුණා. අතරම මේ වෙලාවේ ඔබට මොකක්ද කියන්න තියෙන්නේ මාධ්‍යයට සහ රටට මේ පරාජය පිළිබඳව ආපසු හැරලා බලද්දී?
මම හිතන්නේ කණ්ඩායමක් විදියට අපි ලොකු උත්සාහයක නිරත වුණා. නමුත් ඕනම තරඟයක වගේ ඕවර් 3-4කින් මේ තරඟය වෙනස් වුණා මැදදී. ඉතින් අපි ඒ පීඩනකාරී තත්ත්වය ඒ වෙලාවේ අපි හරියට පාලනය කරගන්න බැරි වුණා අපිට. මම හිතන්නේ වෙස්ට් ඉන්ඩීස් කණ්ඩායමේ මාලන් සැමුවෙල්ස් ඒ වෙලාවේ හොඳට පන්දුට පහර දීලා මම හිතන්නේ තරඟය අපෙන් පොඩ්ඩක් අරන් ගියා. නමුත් 130ක් 35ක් කියන්නේ ලබාගත හැකි ලකුණු සංඛ්‍යාවක්. නමුත් අපි හැමතිස්සෙම කඩළු දැවි ගියා. එකෙන් අපිට හඹා යාමේ තරම් පහසු නැහැ. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ගොඩක් ප්‍රේක්ෂකයෝ ඇවිල්ලා අපිට සහාය දක්වන්න මේ තරඟෙදි. ඉතින් ගොඩක් කනගාටු වෙනවා අපිට හොඳ තරඟයක් ලබා දෙන්න බැරි වෙච්ච එක ගැන.
මහේලා දැන් හුඟක් තරඟවලදී මේ මාලින්ගෙන් වැඩිපුර ලකුණු ගණක් යන එක අපිට සිද්ධ වුණා. දැන් අද තරඟෙත් ඒකම වුණේ ඇයි?
මට ඒක අහන විදිහට මට උත්තරයක් දෙන්න අමාරුයි. නමුත් අපි ඕවර් 12ක් හොඳට බෝල් කරලා ඉන්න වෙලාවක මාලින්ගෙක ඕවර් එකයි වෙනකොට දාලා තිබ්බේ. ඉතින් මම දැනන් හිටියා ඒ වෙලාවේ වුන් පාරවල් වලට යන අවස්ථාවක මගේ නම්බර් 1 පන්දු යවන්නට මම පන්දු දුන්නේ කඩුල්ලක් ලබා ගන්න තියෙන අදිටනින්. නමුත් ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී වුන් හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරා. ලසිත් අවශ්‍ය විදිහට හොඳට ඒ ඕවර් දෙකක් යවා ගන්න බැරි වුණා. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ඒක තමයි ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ. මම දැන් ලසිත් ඕන කමින් කරන දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. නමුත් මමත් හිතුවේ වෙලාව අපිට කඩුල්ලක් ලබා ගන්න අවස්ථාවක් තියෙයි ලසිත් පන්දු යවුවොත් කියලා. මොකද මාලන් නුවරදී තරම් හොඳට ලසිත් සෙල්ලම් කරේ නැහැ නුවර තරඟෙදී. ඉතින් ඒ ගැනත් හිතලා තමයි මම ලසිත් ඒ වෙලාවේ පන්දු ලබා දුන්නේ.
මහේලා හතරවන අවසාන මා තරඟය පෙරදුනේ මේ අවස්ථාවේදී දිගින් දිගටම අවසාන මා තරඟ පරදින්නට යම් කිසි හේතුවක් ඔබ දකින්නවද?
එකම හේතුවක් කියලා කියන්න අමාරුයි. නමුත් මම හිතන්නේ අපි ටිකක් හිතන්න ඕන දෙයක්. අපි ගොඩක් හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරනවා තරඟාවලිය පුරාවටම ඇවිල්ලා අවසාන තරඟෙදී මම හිතන්නේ මේ තරඟය අපි ගොඩක් හොඳට ආරම්භයක් කරා කියලා. මොකද ඉස්සෙල්ලා තරඟවල අපි තරම් හොඳට ආරම්භ කරේ නැහැ අවසාන මහා තරඟ. නමුත් මේකේ අදිෂ්ඨානයක් ඇතුව අපි හොඳට ආරම්භයක් ලබා ගත්තා. නමුත් මේ මැද අපිට පීඩනයක් එල්ල වෙච්ච අවස්ථාවේ මම හිතන්නේ අපි තරම් හොඳට ඒ දේ හසුරව ගත්තේ නැහැ. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ සුළු වැරදි වුණාම මම හිතන්නේ ලොකු අවසාන තරඟවලදී තරඟ අපේ අතරින් ගිලී ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ ඒ දෙයම තමයි අපිට උනේ.
මහිලා මේ අධික බලාපොරොත්තුව කාගෙත් මානසික පීඩනයක් වුණාද මේකෙන්?
නෑ මං හිතන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද අපි තරඟේ පටන් ගත්ත විදිහට මම හිතන්නේ අපි හොඳ මානසිකත්වයකින් තරඟේ පටන් ගත්තේ. පටන් අරගෙන අර මැද අවස්ථාවේදී මං ඉස්සෙල්ලා කෝගේ පීඩනයක් එල්ල වෙච්ච අවස්ථාවේ අපිට ඒ දේ හරියට පාලනය කරගන්න බැරි වුණා. අපි අතරින් ලකුණු 20ක් 30ක් වැඩිපුර ගියා.
මහේලා අපේ අති මැච් එක ගිලුනේ කුමන අවස්ථාවකද කියලා හිතන්නේ?
මං හිතන්නේ අපි 12 වෙනි ඕවරේ වෙනකන් හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරා. බාගුඩ පන්දුවක් අපේ අතරින් ගිලී ගියා. ඒ වගේමයි වුන් ඊළඟ පන්දු ඕවර් 3 ගොඩක් හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරා. මම හිතන්නේ එතනින් අපිට ඒ වැටිච්ච පීඩණයෙන් අපිට එළියට එන්න බැරි වුණා. නමුත් අජන්ත ඇවිල්ලා හොඳට පන්දු යවුවා ඕවර් එකක් ඒ වෙලාවේ. කඩලු දෙයක් ලබාගෙන නැවතත් තරඟයට අපි ආවා. නමුත් ඒ වැඩි වෙච්ච ලකුණු 20-30 තමයි මම හිතන්නේ වෙනස. මම හිතන්නේ මේ තනතිරුවේ ලකුණු 110ක් 120ක් වගේ ලකුණු සංඛ්‍යාවට අපිට තියාගන්න තිබ්බා නම් මම හිතන්නේ අපිට මීට වඩා හොඳට තරඟයට එන්න තිබ්බා කියලා.
Questions in English, but before we start, can I once again request everyone to put their phone on silent? Thank you. David?
Mahela, obviously very disappointing for you. Was it an especially tough run chase, or was it a case of the pressure telling on a big occasion?
Obviously the wicket was very slow. We knew that 130. I don't think it's a bad run chase on this, but we had to start well against the bowling attack with the spinners that they had. We did not start well. We kept losing because we didn't have momentum. So that paved the way for them to keep attacking us and take control of the game. I think the way we finished the match with the ball, that momentum crept to our batting as well. We just did not look aggressive enough on the run chase. So few mistakes cost us the match.
Mahela, 4 World Cup finals, 4 defeats. How do you analyze? What do you put it down to?
I don't know. I mean, every defeat has been different. How we approached a couple of the finals, obviously we did not start well the final match, and then kept chasing the game. It was tough for us to get back into it, but I thought today we started really well. Marlon took a gamble after the 12th over, paid off for him. I think those are individual performances that you have to give credit to. Under pressure, he put his hand up and performed, and that crucial moment we just could not control. That crept into our batting as well. We never had momentum, obviously chasing down, and we needed a couple of partnerships which we did not get.
Mahela, you spoke about individual performances. Gilchrist in 2007, Afridi in 2009, Gambhir and Dhoni in 2010, Samuels here. Does that deflate you, whether you're a batting side or a fielding side, when something like that happens? How much does that impact?
Well, that happens. I think you tend to plan for those kind of situations. We knew that they had 3-4 big guys who could change the game for them. Gale, Naren, Samuels, Pollard, could be anybody. So we had to make sure that we control those tough situations, which we did to a certain extent. But it just the quality of the opposition is that somebody could have a good day, and that's what happened. But we just could not put it down to that. I think we had to take a bit of blame as well. We did not bowl particularly well in that last 6-7 overs. Probably a few fumbles in the field as well at crucial times, and we never looked having any momentum chasing down that run rate as well. So yeah, I mean, credit to them. They played a good game of cricket in a big final, which we did not.
Yeah, Mahela, considering you needed 80 out of the last 10, the shot that Angelo played, the lap shot, and the reverse sweep that you tried, do you think you could have tried anything different in this?
I don't know. I mean, the reverse sweep worked for me in the last game, but it just you take options, and if it pays off, it pays off. I was finding it difficult to hit it straight because the wicket was very slow. They were not giving us much pace. Obviously, hitting into those long boundaries, you are taking a chance as well. So Angie obviously wanted to accelerate. While I was there, he took chances, but I don't think that's where we lost the game. I think it's about keeping momentum in a big game, controlling the situations, which we did not.
Mahela, we saw you struggle to time the ball. The Sri Lankan batsman struggled to try the ball, and it also turned a lot. Do you think the pitch was a factor in this game, or do you have any criticism for the surface?
Not really. I think the whole tournament, except for the first week, I think the surfaces slowed down. I think all the teams played on that, and we expected it to do the same. I think it's how we control those situations. How the surface plays is a good challenge for any team, and like I said, West Indies are struggling for 10-12 overs as well, but they took some chances, paid off, gutsy effort from them in a big game, and credit to them, which we did not do. So they played better cricket than us.
Mahela, Mahela, what would you say to the fans, because we are from India and we are here for this World Cup, and after the India loss and Pakistan loss, we saw everybody on the streets gearing up and chanting for Sri Lanka, and again they are disappointed. They said this time around we are going to definitely going to win because it's here in our country. And
well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that's got to do with India and Pakistan losing in this tournament. The Aussies lost as well. So did the England, the New Zealand, and everyone else. But I think the fans have been fantastic. From day one, they were behind the team. It was a home tournament for us, a big occasion. The entire tournament was fantastic. The volunteers, everyone, the sponsors, ICC, SLC, put in a lot of effort, and I think the tournament went really nicely. The cricket that was played in the last two and a half weeks or so, it's been fantastic cricket, and really enjoyed that. And as a team, I think we gave everything we had. In a big tournament, we wanted to win, obviously, to give something to the fans who've been cheering us for quite some time. I'm very disappointed. We had a full house here today as well, but we just did not execute a good game plan, and we were not ruthless enough. So, just very disappointed for the fans that we couldn't give them what they wanted, but very proud of the boys, the way they played the entire tournament.
Mahela, you said 139 was a chaseable total. Before you went out to bat, what was your plan? Did you have? Were you trying to conserve wickets, or do you think you could have been more attacking even after Dilshan got out?
We wanted to attack. Obviously, the first 6 overs was crucial for us to get a good start, especially with the hardness of the ball. But when Dilly got out in the second over, like the first ball of the second over, that kept us back, because then Kumar and I have to make sure we consolidate. We cannot lose another wicket in the first 6 again. We were looking at around about 45-50 runs in the first 6 if possible, to put pressure on them, but it did not materialize. They bowled really well. They took the pace off the ball. They didn't bowl their quicks. They kept bowling their spinners. We had to take chances, obviously, which didn't come off. So I think, like I said, we never had momentum going in that chase. We needed to make sure we get a good start, and kept that going, and we lost wickets regularly, so it was tough.
Hi, Mahela, did that bit of a drizzle and that DL power score sheets comes into the middle, did that started the panic a bit because you started playing the reverse shots all of a sudden?
Obviously, you can't see whether it's going to rain or not. The drizzles came down. We were about 20 runs behind at that point, so you need to try and get closer. While you're getting closer, that means, if you get closer, that means you're putting pressure on the West Indies as well. Obviously at that point, almost 10-11 overs had gone. We needed some momentum. Those are chances that you have to take. They took some chances, paid off. We had to take as well. We didn't pay off. So, like I said, they played better cricket. They handled situations better than us today.
Mahela here. Mahela, the amount of runs that you and Sangha have been scoring for Sri Lanka in the past, do you think that has been sort of masking some of the follies of the young players in such big tournaments, because you remain the greater contributors?
As senior players and the experienced guys, you tend to take more responsibility and try and control things. And I thought the youngsters performed really well in this tournament. They rose to the occasion in few matches that they were required. So quite happy with the setup. I think we've got a good bunch of kids coming through the system. We're trying to groom them through, and credit to the support staff and everybody. I can't take anything away from them. As senior guys, you want to take responsibility and perform in big tournaments. That's why that's a challenge for us, and we enjoy that challenge.
Mahela, Nuwan bowled only 3 overs tonight. Thisara wasn't called up at all. In hindsight, do you feel that there was over-dependence on Lasith this evening?
It's easier to say that, but going into the match, Lasith was one of our best bowlers in this tournament. Up until the 12th over, he had only bowled 1 over as well. I just bought him to get another wicket. Nuwan, I usually keep him till the end, but I felt that after Lasith went for runs, obviously pace on the ball tends to go for runs, so that's why I then started going for my spinners again. But it's one of those days. You can't. If I knew the script was going to be like that, I probably wouldn't have bowled those guys. You take chances, it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. So that's how the game goes.
Well, you 137, you said you probably would take it most days, but is there a change in mindset if they had been 120 for 4 and they'd been restricted to 137 as opposed to the fact that they got 100 in the last 10?
Yeah, I think, like I said, that last 8 overs probably cost us 90 runs or so. That shifted momentum. I think we did not have momentum going into that batting as well. Because of that, they lifted themselves obviously from a tough situation. The confidence was with them. We tried our best. I think guys bowled their heart out. We bowled reasonably well. It's just for 2-3 overs, I thought the entire bowling unit delivered for us. The batting obviously has been very consistent throughout this tournament, and we back ourselves to chase that down, but we kept losing wickets. We never had momentum, so it was a bad day at the office for most of the boys.
Last 3.
Mahela, do you think you missed Herat, especially after his performance in the last game, and the logic behind leaving him?
Well, it's a tough call. I think, going into the semi-final, Akila probably was our best spinner, consistent spinner, and we left him out to bring in Herat against Pakistan. We can't ride on emotions. I think, you have to make the right calls. The West Indies boys plays left arm spin pretty well throughout the tournament, and when we played Rangan in Kandy as well, they played him well. I thought Akila bowled fantastically today. I know probably hold him back over. I should have probably used him further up, but we were controlling things at that situation. I didn't want to, change that, but we just used tactics accordingly. We felt that Akila bowls well against the West Indies, even during the warm-up game, as he bowled really well. So that was the reason behind. I don't think he had a bad day. Rangana unfortunately missed out because of the tactical decisions that we took.
Now most of the teams are having separate teams for the T20 format. Now do you have any idea of having a separate team for Sri Lanka as well?
Tough question. I don't know how I should answer that, but we have few specialist guys who play T20 cricket and one-day cricket. Our test team is quite different to what we've got, but mainly our one-day team and T20 team is pretty similar, and few changes here and there in the bowling department. Other than that, we've been very consistent with our selections, and that's probably why we've been very successful as well and very consistent in these kind of tournaments. We're trying to keep it nice and simple, not to make too many changes and have separate units going out there.
Last question. Mahela, in the last 5 years you've made 4 major finals, but you've ended up second best in all of them. How much does it really hurt?
It hurts a lot. It hurts a lot because you want to do something special, and especially not just personally, but as individuals, but for the public as well. We've been playing some really good cricket, but unfortunately we haven't been able to cross that hurdle. So it hurts as a player, as a cricketer, as an individual. It hurts a lot. But we just need to move on, try and see how well we could get over this, and get back on and keep fighting again. I think that's the most important thing.
Thank you very much.
Guys, sorry, 1 second. It's not a surprise, but I've had a chat to the selectors before this tournament started. I was going to step down from T20 captaincy after this World Cup. I personally feel that for Sri Lanka going forward, I think we need a younger leader. I think it's a great opportunity for somebody to start in the T20 format. So I have spoken to the selectors and they were quite happy with that choice that I have made. So just to say that I've really enjoyed working with you guys. I haven't stepped down from the other formats. Obviously, I took over till December, till the Australian tour. So I'll assess what I want to do after that. But after this, I'm going to step down, so they'll make a call on who's going to lead the national team in T20. It depends whether the new captain wants me and the selectors wants me. All right.
Thank you.
Man තරංගාවලියට ඉස්සෙල්ලා තේරීම් කමිටුවත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරා. ඔවුන් මගේ තීරණයට ඒක වුණා. නමුත් මම ඒ දේ කිව්වේ නැත්තේ තරංගාවලිය හින්දා. මේ තරංගාවලියෙන් පස්සේ 20 නායකත්වයෙන් මම ඉවත් වෙන්න තීරණය කරා. මම හිතන්නේ ඒක හරි තීරණයක්. මොකද අපි ඉදිරියට යද්දී අපි තරුණ නායකයෙක්ට අවස්ථාවක් ලබා දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මේ 20 ෆෝමැට් එකේ ඒ තරුණ නායකයව ආරම්භ කරන එක හොඳයි කියන එක. අනිත් එක් දින තරඟ හා ටෙස්ට් තරඟවල මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වා වගේ මම අවුරුද්දේ කාලය ඉවරනකම් මම ඉන්නවා. ඉඳලා මම ඊට පස්සේ තේරීම් කමිටුවත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරලා ඒ ගැන තීරණයක් ගන්නවා. බොහොම ස්තුතියි. Thank you.